Yo, what is up? I think I'm live now? Sorry for the delay, guys, but what is up? My name is LilAggy. I am going to be running Sekiro for you, and we are doing an any percent run. If you look on the leaderboards, it's Shura. That means the same thing. But yeah, that's what we got going on. So, yeah, I think we're ready to get started. That's pretty much all I have to say. Very quickly, I have to change to Spanish because that's important. Just trust me, it is. Alright, anyway. I am going to count us down. So, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, I need to delete a file. That's awkward. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Sorry about that. The timer's gonna start automatically in just a second here. Just gotta skip the opening cutscene. And we are off. Okay, so if you don't know what this game is, it's Dark Souls, but not basically. Yeah, basically, so we are a wolf, which is a shinobi, and we are going to go rescue the kid we work for. So we're just gonna real quick jump through the tutorial area here. Jumping is slightly faster than walking. I can't sprint yet until I get my sword, so we're just gonna be a little bunny. Also, it helps dodge bullets, which is useful, obviously. Alright. So yeah, this is Kuro, this is our little buddy. He is gonna give us our sword. And then we are gonna be off. So yeah, now that we have the sword, we can sprint, which is obviously the fastest way of moving. There is a little tutorial boss here. This general guy, but he's completely optional, so we are not gonna bother with that guy. Bye-bye. Gonna pick up this ash for later. You will see. I feel like casually ash is not a terribly useful item, but it definitely is for the speedrun. So yeah, we're going to meet back up with Kuro, and then we're going to attempt to escape. Shockingly, that's gonna fail, because it's the very beginning of the game. Also, I can't sprint in this hallway, so back to Bunny. And yeah, then we got our boy Genichiro. And this is the fight you're supposed to lose. You can win it, but the result is the same, so we're just gonna suicide. Get our arm chopped off. And now the real game begins. So, yeah, basically this is Dark Souls, but with a lot more movement options. So I can jump, I can grapple, I can ledge grab, wall jump, all that good stuff. And we are going to abuse the heck out of that for the first, like, 75% of this run. We're not going to fight anything. The estimate is 40 minutes. This will probably take more like 25, just FYI. Assuming I don't completely blow it, but we'll see. So yeah, we're just going to sprint all the way to our first, supposed to be required boss, Chained Ochre. And then we're going to make him not required once we get there. But yeah, basically the way jumping in this game works is when you run off a ledge, it gives you like just a little bit of time to still jump before you fall. It's like coyote time, I think is how it's often called. I'm gonna pop this sugar to get enhanced stealth so I don't get caught out here. But yeah, so I'm gonna run off this ledge. And okay, wow. That was infinitely harder than it looked there, I assure you. But yeah, that is Ogre Skip right there. So we're just gonna say bye to him, not gonna bother. That is like by far the hardest jump in this entire run. So that's a good sign. So yeah, there's one required boss out of the way. He's really more like a mini boss though. Up next we have this giant snake. That's gonna come on screen in a second. And we can run past him too. You're supposed to stab Zaya, but you don't have to. And then we're gonna see our boy Gyobu happen. This run moves really, really fast, so bear with me, because I'm like probably never gonna stop talking because there is always something to explain. You can actually jump over this gap, but it's too risky for a marathon, so I'm just gonna not. And then we're gonna play dodge, or snake. Say bye bye to him. And we are moving on. So yeah, again, up next is Gyobu, who was the first like actual boss of this game. And we are gonna kill him, but we're not going to fight him to kill him. He's gonna kill himself for us. Also, he has the best introduction in Spanish. Gyobu. There it is. So yeah, there's this conveniently placed tower here. And again, if we jump just right off of it, I can grab this ledge, and then we are past the castle gate that he said that we would never get by when he's alive. So he is going to fix this by killing himself. Good job, Gyobu. And he's dead. So yeah, the reason we need him to die is so that we get that memory there. And memories in this game, when you use them at checkpoints, they boost your attack power, which is obviously kind of helpful. Also, we're gonna skip another boss right here. Oh, if I don't miss the jump. Yeah, we're supposed to go through this next gate and fight the Blazing Bull, but the Blazing Bull sucks. So, once I get it together here, we're just gonna circumvent that. This is the easiest jump in the whole run, also. Naturally, this would happen. There we go. That one is actually patched on current patch. I'm playing on an older version just to do that. Yeah, he's back there. We're up here. And then we are gonna stop at this checkpoint real quick. And get that attack up I mentioned. And now, finally, we're going to fight something instead of just jump around it. So yeah, up next is Lone Shadow. And if you don't know how the combat works in this game, basically everything has an HP bar and everything has a posture bar. And HP to 0 or posture to max will get death blow, which is that little red circle. And then you do a finishing blow. Once you eliminate all the red circles from an enemy's health bar, they're dead. I messed this up. He's supposed to get stuck in the corner, but this is fine. Oh, maybe he's gonna get stuck anyway. No. Little flip. Now you get to see some actual combat. So yeah, basically this whole game revolves around deflecting enemy attacks and then attacking them when they're open. Obviously, if you don't miss much, things die pretty fast in this game, which makes it very good for speedrunning. But yeah, anyway, so to explain some more high-level stuff, the main objective of this game is to reunite with Kuro again, because the guy that chopped my arm off kind of stole him from us. And then we want to rendezvous with our dad. And our dad is evil, but since this is an any % run, we're gonna get the bad ending and side with him as soon as we get to him. So to do that, we need to get 3 items, and they're in 3 different directions across the map. This is a bad idea. I was doing like world record strats there. I need to do some safety strats here. Kill this guy. Also, this is Snake Eyes. She's gonna get put in a corner. Oh no! That would happen. This is probably fine. I just wanted to show off that you do in fact die twice in this game, hence the title. But yeah, now that that's out of the way, that won't happen again. She did not get put in the corner though, so I am 0 for 2 on boss cheeses. Who are you? Alright, there's the "that's never happened before" moment. Oh lord. Okay. Yeah, this is why we have a 40-minute estimate. This is why. It's fine. But dang. Anyway, this gives me more time to explain what is going on overall. So yeah, as I said, there's 3 items we need to get to spawn the final boss. So there is the Mortal Blade, the Shelter Stone, and the Lotus of the Palace. We are going to get the Shelter Stone first, because the boss that guards the Shelter Stone gives us an ability that's going to let us break the entire rest of the game. And you'll see how that works when we get there. But yeah, for now, we just have to kill some enemies. Well, really just the one. Alright, let's try this again. Usually this is the guy that would shoot me in the middle of the fight. I've literally never seen that other dude get involved ever. But that's typical marathon stuff. So yeah, let's see if we can do this right this time. There we go. So yeah, she's stuck in this corner. The only attack she can do is the grab, which we can just deflect. Also, that is the only grab in the game you can deflect. It's very weird, but very convenient. There we go. The mini-boss there gives us a prayer bead. Those are to upgrade health, so we do not care about those at all. But, just FYI. Anyway, moving on to the hidden forest here. So, I guess there's technically 2 bosses in this area. We've got Miss Noble, which is not really a boss at all, and then we have Corrupted Monk after him. I'm making a quick detour here to get these Yash Sugars. That's a damage boost that we're going to use later. Very, very helpful. And then we're also going to pick up those Snap Seeds, which we are going to use on the Monk in just a moment. So yeah, this is supposed to be like a winding misty forest path where you like take a long time to get to this building, but you can just jump off that tree. And we're in. And here's our super tough boss, where I literally just press the button. He's dead. Gotta get another Yash Sugar for our troubles, and we are moving on. So yeah, I mentioned that there's an ability that we're gonna get from beating this next boss, and that is the Mibu breathing technique. And what that does is, you can see there's water to the right of us, but once we get that ability, we can actually dive underwater. And there's a glitch we can do where we dive underwater, but in the air, and that pretty much lets us swim through the air wherever we want, which is pretty useful for a speedrun. First off, we gotta kill the monk herself. And this monk has a very, very big oversight and that she only spawns when I walk into the middle of this arena. Gotta equip my items here, jeez. So yeah, I'm gonna skirt around the outside, and then by the time she spawns, I'm gonna be behind her, and she won't see us. And she still doesn't see us even though I'm pelting her with all these items. And I am just backing her up more and more and more until she's in range of this pillar. And then we stealth attack one shot her. Quitting out here to avoid that door open animation. This is technically slower for a real-time speedrun, but it's faster in-game, which is what we use for this game, so true to the spirit of a real run. Anyway, yeah, so this is the shelter stone on this little table here. So we've got one of the 3 items we need to finish the game now. 2 to go. We're gonna get both, like, kinda in one fell swoop, back to back. First off, though, we have to do that air swim thing I was talking about. And to do that, we're going to jump through what is literally just a giant hole in the collision of this wall over here. So I'm just gonna get a big jump. And we just slide right through. And then there's some out of bounds water here. Dive under that paper thin plane, and we are off. So yeah, basically, since there's no walls to like contain me into a body of water, there's nothing stopping me from swimming wherever. What I do have to do is make sure the game loads correctly, area to area, otherwise it's gonna crash. So that's the reason I surfaced there, and I'm taking this like kind of specific pathing here. I also have to quit out again to get the game to properly load, otherwise it's gonna crash. So the last 2 areas that have the 2 items we're looking for happen to be right next to each other geographically. They're like very far apart in terms of like getting there legitimately in the game. But, like as far as the game goes, they're right next to each other. So I'm getting this enemy aggro here. You can see these red arrows popping up. And what that's gonna do is in this game, if you quit out in combat, it's going to put you back where you were when you first entered combat, when you load back in. So I'm in combat right now, and I got out of my air swim, and I'm gonna get this checkpoint here because it's right next to the place we need to go. And then, while still in combat, I'm going to quit out, and if I did it right, which I hope I did, otherwise it's gonna be really slow. If I did it right, it's gonna put us back where we were in the air swim, and then we're gonna go to the other place we need to and get that item. So yeah, it did. So now we're going to fly through this giant mountain. And on the other side is the Lotus. Which, if you've played this game, it's normally guarded by the Guardian Ape. He was chilling by that little laying down statue there. We're out of bounds right now, and we're gonna stay that way. So we're going to attempt to skip him. This is super, super precise, and if I fail it, I'm gonna fall for like a minute straight. So I'm gonna switch to keyboard here and really take my time with this lineup. Okay. Not over yet, but that's the hard part. So yeah, he's gonna get mad at us and throw his literal poop at us, but hopefully he doesn't hit. We're just gonna keep skirting around the outside. And we can just barely grab this Lotus through the wall. Oh, there we go. And now we're just gonna warp to last checkpoint, which, if you remember, is in that other area where the last item is. And then, since my estimate is 40 minutes, and we're only 18 minutes in, I'm gonna try something really stupid. Like, just for a little bit. But this is like brand new tech. that's gonna let us skip the Screen Monkeys boss, which we would normally have to defeat to get our last item here. This is probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna try for like maybe a minute, just to see. So yeah, we have this branch here, and we want to jump onto that roof. And it is very, very hard to get there. This is like incredibly difficult. I was pretty close. Okay, this is like brand new. Basically has not been done in a run yet. But we're gonna try. Make it interesting. Need to get a really good running jump here, and then get like a perfect wall jump to get it up distance here. Alright, we'll try a few more times. Again, this is like crazy difficult. I did not practice this at all. So don't be too disappointed in me. Oh, that was close. Oh, okay. Let me have one more run. One more run at it. One more. One more. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's warp back to the idol, and then we'll do it the normal way. And by normal way, I mean we're gonna fall through the entire map and just like happen to land in the boss arena. So normally for this boss, you want to climb to the top of the mountain, and then you interact with an idol up there, and it warps you to the arena. But the arena is actually loaded underneath this map. So if I get out of bounds and then jump, and if I aim myself correctly, we're just gonna land in there, and I can cancel all the fall damage with a good grapple. Hopefully I aimed this right. Okay, this should work. Cool. So yeah, this is Screen Monkeys. It's like a puzzle boss. Basically, there's 4 monkeys. They all have different attributes, and you need to sneak attack them. We used that stealth sugar that I used earlier for the ogre scoop, so they basically just are completely helpless. So we're just gonna murk them real fast. That is the last one. I'm gonna ring this bell for good luck. And now we have 2 bosses left. So yeah, the last item we need, Mortal Blade, is right with that lady up there. But we can't actually get it right now, because if I do, I am going to softlock the entire game, and then I won't be able to finish. So instead, we're gonna get this checkpoint, go back to the castle that was right after the bowl skip, and then we're gonna swim up to the top of the castle and do the boss up there. And the reason we have to do that is that the final boss spawns in the same arena that that boss is in. So if we don't kill that boss and then spawn the final boss on top of him, it's not gonna know which boss to load, and it's gonna choose to load neither of them instead. And then we can't do anything. So yeah, same entrance to this air swim. We're just going a different direction this time. There's going to be a cutscene up here that conveniently cancels our air swim and starts the fight. And then, like all the other bosses, He's just gonna go in a corner. And he's gonna stay there. If he's nice. Okay, you tried to shoot us with an arrow. That's the only attack he can actually do there. Even if he landed it, it won't kill us. It'll be fine. However, this guy does have a third phase. Once we finish him off here. And for that one, we're actually going to straight up fight him. And I'm going to use one of these sugars that I picked up. So this is going to halve my HP, but give me, I think, a 25% damage boost. Which is, it's pretty good. These lightning attacks, if you get hit by them mid-air, you can return them and hit the boss with them. So optimally, we want him to hit 2 lightning attacks, and then he pretty much just instantly dies, but I'll take 1. So yeah, that's Genichiro. That's the guy that cut off our own. Not so tough after all. And now, all we gotta do is go back for that Mortal Blade that we left there earlier, and then come right back to this arena, and the final boss will be here. Gonna get our last attack up, first off. And we're off. So okay, Mortal Blade, it's on our back. This is the only item that actually does something. Oh, actually I need to buy some Spirit Emblems here. This is the only item that actually does something of the 3 we've picked up. So this gives us a new combat ability called Mortal Draw. And on current patch, it's super busted. It does like ridiculous damage. On this patch, it's okay. It is important for the fight though, because we can cancel one of the final boss's big scary attacks with it. And then the Spirit Emblems I bought there are what we need to have to do that Mortal Draw attack. Basically, if we don't have the emblems, the Mortal Draw will do even less damage than it already does. So it's worth the time to just buy it right there. Anyway, this is Daddy-O. He's a bad dude, and he's gonna ask us to be bad with him. And we're gonna agree, and then we're gonna fight the final bosses, which is actually 2 bosses back to back. So first we've got Emma. And for Emma, we pretty much just want to trade blows back and forth with her. So let her block 1, then I'll block 1. Just back and forth until she's dead. Occasionally she'll go for grab attacks like that, but we can just dodge. And like super brutal death for her. Sorry, babe. Oh well. And now we got the real big bad. So this is Ishin. This is the most real fight in the whole run. Pretty much the only real fight in the whole run. But yeah, we're just gonna spam attacks at him as much as possible. Just keep super offensive. Actually, I don't have Mikiri counter, which is what you counter thrust attacks with. So I had to dodge that there. So yeah, right there. Normally you'd be able to step on his blade, but we actually never got the ability. Because why would we? Anyway, a few more hits here. Of course that would happen. Okay. A few more hits here. Just making it interesting. And he is down. So yeah, that is Sekiro. Short game. Pretty short. Time is going to come up here in just a moment. Thank you all for joining me. It's been a pleasure. We're just going to wait for the credits to start here, and then time will pause. And time. There we go. Time. Okay, it doesn't want to pause, but the run is over. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. It was a pleasure. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy The Last of Us. Coming up next. Make sure to get the donations in. Good cause. Good cause. And I think that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, take care, guys.